Greetings, land of YouTube. We've got Bitcoin Wyckoff distribution action. I saw comments in my last video saying that I'm not the only one talking about this on YouTube and stuff, and that may be true. I don't have time to go through all the YouTube videos and watch. Maybe someone is calling this right, but the point I was making is everything I've seen so far, they're calling this everything above this line. That's what they're calling the Wyckoff distribution. And on these little time scales, they're just looking at that up there. They're saying this is accumulation, distribution, accumulation, and right. That's the only thing I've seen on YouTube. Or they're saying it's just gonna kind of go like this for a while, and then now I'm sure there are people out there that are seeing this differently than that. I'm not saying I'm the only one. What I'm saying is this is my original analysis, and it's just nothing special I'm doing. I've just noticed this pattern that clearly starts here. This is the bottom. This is the true accumulation here. Reaccumulation here. Distribution. Redistribution. And here's where the problem is, okay? Here's where the huge problem is. All the videos I've seen, and I'm sure now some people will start to see this. Hopefully, I hope I'm not the only one, because this is what takes out and destroys the retail investors. This is what destroys the average person, the general public. What I've seen YouTubers doing, they're taking this accumulation, and in my last video I saw some comments, people saying you're not the only one talking about Wyckoff, and I know I'm not, because I've been watching those other people's videos, and they started talking about this Wyckoff, and that's why I Googled it and started looking. This is why it's so dangerous. I've seen them pasting this little tiny piece of the Wyckoff chart on to where we are now. And that was the accumulation. They're pasting it onto here. I've seen many super popular YouTubers. They're pasting that accumulation phase onto here, right? They're saying this is the accumulation, and it does this. And the reason that's so dangerous is because that's not where we're at. Now, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I think we're in redistribution. So redistribution will go like this, right? And the target is over here. That's the target for this pattern to finish. And then the true accumulation will look something like this. I've pulled up two charts over here I think are highly likely for Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to look like I don't think it's going to be perfectly like this. See how phase E comes down to where phase A was. What I'm thinking is Death Wick action, and then it pops up. See how the accumulation over here on the right isn't at the target where it started on the left. It's actually higher. I think Bitcoin is going to look like this, just because of the extreme buying pressure that will occur here. Here's another good example. The accumulation on the left and right. On the right, it's a touch higher than it was. See how that's working? So I think Death Wick is coming. So I guess I'm going to title this video, "Watch Me Catch a Death Wick," or something like that. So this green here are all my orders, buy orders I have set up. So if the Death Wick doesn't happen, then no harm, no foul, right? The buy orders simply don't get filled. If they do get filled, well, that's wonderful, because we're probably going to look something like this, and it could do this for a month or two before we go up here, right? Something like that is probably good for the rest of the year. Don't look at the dates down here when I do this. I'm just using this as a blank board to just talk, but in general, cover up the dates right there. I think that's a pretty good likely scenario. Maybe accumulation starts kind of like here, or maybe it's kind of a big accumulation. But the difference is night and day. I've been watching this, and YouTubers are leading the public into these bull traps over and over and over, and I see it occurring again. In my opinion, this is a redistribution. This is a head and shoulders in here. Head and shoulders are likely to dump. Okay, we've got the death cross coming in. The moving averages coming in. It's called a death cross at the exact same time. This was a 30-day accumulation here. This was a 37-day accumulation here. We're at about 31 days, give or take. I'm not looking exactly. I just have been following this. This will be close. June 23rd, out here where the head and the shoulders will probably likely play out. It's about 37 days. It's also going to coincide with the death cross. So there's just super bullish or super bearish, incredibly bearish things, and they're all coming to a head at the exact same time. So I know for a fact there's people out there making videos, pasting the accumulation phase onto here. And I know for a fact there's YouTube channels out there that are saying, the on-chain metrics say buy. And maybe that turns out to be true. Maybe this is just some kind of accumulation that goes for a while. That could be true. I'm not saying it's not, but there's a bunch of highly leveraged long trades that have been placed here, particularly right here, right? So I took a little guts for me to see over here on the right. It took a little guts for me to place that short at 40,000. See, I actually have it over 41,000. That took some iron guts, but it's because back here, that's where they were baiting you into longing, right? And then dump, baiting in you long and dump, baiting into long, dump, bait into long, dump, bait into long, dump. It's bait into long, right? So I don't need to keep seeing it over and over and over. And it's unfortunate that there's super popular channels out there that continue right now are saying, well, it's supposed to buy now, and the metrics say buy, and this is they're pasting accumulate faces. They're taking a Wyckoff chart into the 1 hour and 4 hour charts, and so this is a weekly chart of Nokia, and these are like 3 months. This is almost an entire year in this chart right here, and this is matching up basically perfect with what we're seeing with Bitcoin right now. So by the time this plays out, this is is probably going to be at least 9 months, if not 10 months. November. Here's November here, so that'd be 12 months. So this thing's going to play out over the course of 9, 10 months, 11 months. Point I was making was they're zooming in. They're going to like a 1 hour chart, and they're down here on a 1 hour chart over the course of like a month, right? And they're taking these little bits of the Wyckoff, and they're saying this is the Wyckoff. And I'm not making fun of anyone, but I want to give out some good information. They'll paste it onto here, right? And they're saying this is a Wyckoff. This is not a Wyckoff pattern, right? They're saying this is the accumulation phase. And anyone saying this is a Wyckoff pattern right here, or this isn't a Wyckoff pattern, it doesn't even make sense. You can't look at Wyckoffs like this. You have to go to a daily or a weekly and zoom out, right? Zoom out. That's a Wyckoff that's 8 months old. Right? I meant to make this video just about catching the Death Wick, but that's my plan. If I'm wrong, it's not going to hurt me because the buy orders just don't fill. So, oh well, I end up just taking a little gain as it is. If it just ranges, it's highly unlikely that there's not a big dump coming. I mean, anyone you see pasting an accumulation phase and saying it's a Wyckoff chart, that doesn't even make sense. This entire thing here is a Wyckoff chart, and it's still got another month or two left. That's a Wyckoff chart. And anyone you see pasting an accumulation phase onto a redistribution phase, you might just want to stop listening to them in general. And I don't mean to be rude, but I've seen this over and over and over. Educate yourself, folks. And, I could be wrong, but the information I'm giving out, if I'm wrong, the buy orders don't fill. Oh, well, right? So the information of the people giving out saying this is an accumulation that you should be buying and longing right now, if they're wrong, and you're buying and you're longing and you're getting in heavy leverage long and you're buying, and it does this, it's devastation, right? There's a big difference. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this show. And as always, thanks for watching.